The judge has let his sentence be known. Become a subscriber right now, or he'll come for you. The shape of these GM intermediates in this period is absolutely wonderful. They're these great flowing shapes, and Pontiac really did something very clever with their Endura bumpers that gave the cars a real show car look. This was an impact-absorbing bumper, but it had a look that was totally integrated with the bodywork. And a little later, you would find that with the 5-mile-per-hour bumpers, which were to come, that this was not handled quite so well on cars like this. Also, it's very interesting to see that the whole sort of cartoon nature of the badging and the striping are something that still brings a smile to our face, but you think, this is a really serious performance car, so does it really need that? I don't know. Maybe in a future time, we would have had a judge with stripe and label delete. Who knows? It's common practice today for a manufacturer to look to juice up sales in an existing model by coming out with a special version. Never more so than today, when you can see this with a lot of manufacturers, especially Porsche, with all sorts of specials. Some of them were more cynical than others over the years, but back in 1969, when Jim Wangers and John DeLorean decided that the GTO needed just a little spark in the marketplace, they decided to do something that was a little more than just a gimmick, although it might have seemed so at first. They came out with this car called The Judge, after the running bit on Rowan Martin's Laugh-In with Pigmeat Markham and then Sammy Davis Jr. during Here Come the Judge.
Swear to tell the truth, then you better come clean, cause here come the judge and he look mighty mean. Here come the judge, here come the judge.
And there was certainly no joke when this car hit the showrooms and then the streets, because it meant business. Functional hood scoops fed the Ram Air 3 engine, 366 horsepower with this 4-speed gearbox like I've got in this one. And this is a car that was meant to conquer the street. And it fulfilled its purpose admirably. In this signature color of carousel red, a Firebird color of the time, these cars are absolutely unmistakable on the road, and even with the cartoonish graphics, there was no laughing matter when you got behind the wheel. This is the age of the Roadrunner and their beep beep horn and a lot of silliness going on in the marketing departments in Detroit, but everything was dead serious in the engineering departments. And this is a really satisfying car. It's funny, by the time you get to 1969 and the GTO in this second generation, for me personally, the cars had lost some of their sort of visceral appeal. And in this period of time, I really like the Firebirds more. They're just a little bit more responsive and eager. But this is a GTO that feels like a Firebird. These are all about straight line speed, but this car also handles, which is a nice surprise. And it's got that particularly sporty feel that Pontiacs are known for. John DeLorean really did a great job when he was general manager of Pontiac in making sure that these cars felt very different from their siblings at Chevrolet and Buick and Oldsmobile. And the engineers really did a great job with making the Pontiac chassis feel very different. This has a security through corners that you just would not find in a Chevelle, or even or especially not a Buick of the time. But it is definitely Pontiac. It is definitely performance-oriented. Despite the general consensus, this is a car that actually turns and goes. It's got the obligatory for the time hood-mounted tack. And while this engine isn't as revvy as some of its stablemates, it is still instantly responsive to the throttle. And the chassis also handles bumps really well, in addition to the curves. The back end wants to skip a little, but it doesn't miss a beat and feels absolutely secure all the time. This car is an amazing car. It is such a pleasure. And it's no wonder that it is a performance icon. The judge has ruled, I have ruled, this is absolutely amazing.